Hey guys, I'm Hybrid Fox Kid and welcome back to Terraria. Between episodes I ended up fixing up the little archway that I made in the previous episode, making it look a little bit more rounded, as well as adding a cute little broken rope bridge. I've never done bridges before, granted I've never done much of any serious building in any game ever, so this was a long task. It took me a long time to get it sorted. I tried using regular wood, but I wanted to get down so I could fish, so I'm like, I'll just use platforms, so I can actually get down there and fish when I want to, without having mobs come and attack me every second of the day. So this turned out a little bit nice, so I'm pretty happy with it. In this episode, I'm going to aim to make the first building for my NPCs, which I've already planned out for this space. I've chopped down all the trees, and I'm going to hopefully finish it all in this episode, minus a couple of tweaks I need to do to it later on in the game. So for this build, I was planning on making like a little medieval town. I did some sketching on a sketch pad, and I decided to make it a little bit unconventional. So instead of having just a basic building, I was going to have one piece leaning out and having a bit of skirting holding it up. So I think like medieval I'm going for, but just more of a fantasy-esque vibe to it, to make it a little bit more interesting than your standard medieval building. So expect this episode to be more of a talky kind of episode, because I pretty much planned the whole episode just to be building this house, because I'm a little bit excited about it. It looks nice in my sketch pad, but I don't know how well it's going to translate into games appearance. So I haven't done any sketching, I've just done a rough layout of what materials I want to use. Granted, some materials I still haven't got. I've been looking for a traveling merchant for ages. He still hasn't arrived. I've even gone into my other worlds hoping to find one, but he's just not having any of it at the moment, so I still gotta wait for one of them to appear for me. So that's gonna be a bit of a trek, but he'll appear one day. But the funny thing is I've always had traveling merchants in the game. Like, they always appear for me, and they always sell dynasty wood, because I've been trying to collect every single item in the game, and yeah, they always sell dynasty wood, and I'm like, oh, don't sell dynasty wood, I just want like the companion cube or whatever else new thing he sells in this update. And nope, always dynasty wood, and I've got him to appear in this world twice now, and he's just like, nah, you can have a companion cube now. I was like, okay, I see what you're playing at. So yeah, we just gotta wait a little bit longer, and hopefully he decides to be less stubborn in the future. But this is the kind of layout I want for the building. Hopefully I don't run out of stone, because it took me a while to farm all of this. Usually with farming, just because this character's so slow with everything they do, I wanted to speed up the process a tiny bit, so I ended up using my old endgame character, and they have like a fully maxed out everything. They're a character I've been playing for a very long time. Yeah, so I don't know how this is looking so far. Hopefully it looks decent. It looks very wonky, but hopefully it looks good. I've never thought to use double thick walls. Granted, I've also never done fancy staircases. I've just done a pillar of platforms. So yeah. Hopefully I'm trying to get as many NPCs crammed into this one building as I can. Later on, I do plan to have a couple more buildings. I've already sketched out like a little blacksmith and carpentry area, but other than that I really don't have anything else planned. And also I want to expand out to the other biome, because you got to do that with this update to get like pylons and stuff like that, and it's also just easier to have different areas available and quick travel places, and now with the pylons you can teleport there without having to run wire all across your world. That's the one annoying thing about the update. Like, I love the new update, it's great. But before it came out, when I started playing Terraria for the first time, I decided to link my entire world together in my old save file. And so I had, like, wire running to the Crimson, to the beach, to the jungle, to the beach on the other side, and to the Hallow as well. And then the new update comes out and it's like, oh yeah, here, have Pylon. Don't spend 8 hours connecting your world with wires, you silly twad. And I'm like, well, I just wasted 7 hours of my life trying to do that. But I suppose I gotta thank them because it was a really good update, and I like the pylons. It's just the fact that I had wasted so much time getting my wired world together, and my world looks like a mess if you look in the wires. It's just, ugh. Granted, I've never really dabbled in any of the wire techniques, which is something I might want to try in here, see if I can get some wires in my world. Don't know how they'd be beneficial. I might as well try it. I wish earlier game there was a summon you could use, because these slimes are just having absolute none of it, and they're annoying. Yeah. Granted, we do now have the Finch wand, but that's really only the journey mode people. As well as, you do get it in regular games that aren't journey mode, but characters, they take a while to find. I've only just found one in my other game for my collection. But it's a bit painful, but meh. What can you do? They're trying to sell off journey mode to make it look like something different, like for an advantage for that kind of stuff. Granted, I would play journey mode if it didn't lock out your character. Like, you can't use a journey mode character anywhere else. It makes sense why they did that, but it's just meh. Sad that whatever you do in that world can't be played with other characters, and like you can't have people over in that world unless they're journey mode characters, so I'm a little bit salty about that, but what can you do? A lot of people seem to enjoy journey mode. I've never actually dabbled in it. I think it's more of the creative aspect, which I might make a character for this Let's Play, so I can like sketch stuff in like a world, but I'm not sure. Just going to quickly build this out, and I'll skip when 1 it's daytime and 2 when this is fully dug out, because I don't think you want to sit there and watch me dig a hole for a while. I totally didn't just goof with the building and forget to add a little wall here. I have a sketch and everything and I still can't follow. Okay, so I fixed it off camera and it's looking better now, so now it's on to the roof. The roof, I want to use the Dynasty plates, but like I said before, the Travelling Merchant is being a bit of a picky one with what he wants to sell at the moment, so I'm still trying to acquire some of it, so that's going to have to wait a little bit until I get that. But at the moment I'm just going to do wood because it's the best thing to replace and it's easy to see. So I'm going to just do that for now, and if I ever get Dynasty wood, I will, not Dynasty wood, the Dynasty plates, I will change it. Probably off camera, because you probably don't want to see me changing plates on a roof for like 10 minutes. I just love how with this game you can do so much with it just with like the little tools you have. It just makes this game so good. I'm very biased. Yeah. Granted, I don't have nostalgia goggles for this game. I knew it existed back when it came out in 2011, but granted I was very young back then. But I was never the one to be... I never followed it, so I only started playing it, what, a year ago, 2 years ago now? And yeah, like, as soon as I played it, I'm like, yeah, this game is good. Okay, I think I'll just go for the same roof design as the previous one. My one problem with the game, which is a very small gripe, is that you can't really build your like buildings high, because dealing with wyverns and harpies are not worth it. Like, they are really tough, and especially if you build like a base high up before hard mode, and then going into hard mode and just getting attacked by wyverns all the time. Whew, I do not envy whoever did that on their first playthrough without knowing that wyverns existed. Because those things are terrifying in early hard mode. But yeah, is that 3 wide or 2 wide? You know what? We don't need a weather vane. I might fix this roof. But I'll leave it like this for now. What if I... Ooh. Ooh, that actually looks nice like that. Never thought of doing a roof like this. Ooh, I like it. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, I might change my caravan as well to make the roof look like that. Oh, I never thought of doing that before. Oh, I really like that. Okay, I'm sticking with it. Doesn't matter about the weather vane, we don't need one. Okay, now we just got to do the interior of the room. I think I might speed this one up just to make the episode a little bit quicker. But yeah, I'm going to be juggling around with interior, not knowing where everything goes and just testing out stuff. So I'll be back when it's done. Here we go, Fox's Den. I'm not really good at naming things, so it's very generic, but maybe I might change it if I think of anything better, or it could just stick forever as Fox's Den, but I'm pretty chuffed with it. It's a little tavern, if you couldn't tell by all the glasses everywhere, and hopefully a lot of villagers that decide to live in here, but I think all the areas are suitable, except for the little basement winery area. I do need to tweak a couple of little things, need to grab a couple later game furniture, like a piano and stuff like that, but that's a little bit later. Well, I'm going to leave the episode here. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, I'd appreciate it, and if you want to stick around, maybe subscribe. All good. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.